street urchins, and he fed them, started to school them, train them in football, and started to get the money together, which then allowed us to rent a property and a pitch over in the mountains over there in a place called Daewoo. We were there for about 6 years, and eventually got the money to build this place. And we were here 3 years ago. We came here. Got about 50 acres of land. It's a fantastic environment. It's in the middle of nowhere, as no doubt you realise now travelling here. But it's a fantastic environment for the boys, no distractions. We're right by the water, great water supply. There's hydroelectric dams, power supply is better than Accra. It's perfect. So the idea is that we go around the whole of Ghana. We've got a fantastic recruitment process, screening 10 and 11-year-old boys in 3 areas. Obviously their footballing talent, but also their academic potential and their character on and off the pitch. We look at thousands of 10 and 11-year-olds every 18 months or so when we're recruiting what we call the next generation, and we offer about 16 scholarships. So it's really finding the most talented kids, but from those underprivileged backgrounds, those hard to reach areas where they don't have any opportunities. They come to the academy, and it's about those 3 areas. The scholarship lasts for 5 or 6 years, guaranteed. It's not like a normal football academy. If you're not making the grade, out you go. Once they're here, they're here. And it's football, it's education. We've got an international school on this campus where we are now, and character, most important, character. That infuses everything that we do. Every lesson plan, every training session draws from the character development program, and that's based around 7 key character traits that we believe are fundamental to developing the type of role models that we're trying to create and nurture here. And that's your self-discipline, passion, initiative, integrity, social intelligence, giving back and winning. So the program's built around those 7 traits. So here for 6 years going through that process. And then there are 2 main graduate pathways going from the academy. About 1/3 of our graduates go on and become professional players. There are a few more to add to that list. We've got now 15 players, graduates, playing professionally in Europe. And then the majority, about 2/3, go and further their education as student athletes, principally in the US, because you guys understand much better than anywhere else the benefit of having, of the student athlete concept. There's not many opportunities elsewhere, particularly in Europe. So the vast majority go over to the US and go to schools such as Hotchkiss, Millbrook on the East Coast, Cate and Dunn School on the West Coast. And they're there on full ride scholarships through school from the age of 15, 16 through to university, again full ride scholarships. We've got over 30 who've gone over on that route. And the whole idea is that you're investing all this money, this time and energy into these kids to provide them with the best opportunity to fulfill their potential. But it's not so they can go off and have a nice life. The whole philosophy of this place is that, yes, you're only selecting a small number, but if you really give them everything, when they get to that platform, whether it's as a professional sportsman playing for the Black Stars, or whether it's with a really good degree from the likes of Williams College, where one of our guys is, they have the mindset, the mentality that they want to come back and give back and have that positive impact in their communities and their country at large. So that's what the philosophy is all about. And we now, as you can see from the flags, the reason for the flags is that we recruit not just from Ghana. We're also recruiting from other countries in West Africa. So we've got Benin, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Sierra Leone, and one guy from the Congo, which is see on the east. So that's in a nutshell what we've been doing for the last 10 years, is refining that boys football program with the education and character alongside. What we realized about 3 years ago is we have a blueprint here, we believe, that can be translated into more than just boys football. So the next logical step was to try and introduce girls. So that's what's happening in May. We've just completed the recruitment all across Ghana. And we've got a residential trial in April, which will then select 14 10 to 12-year-old girls to start at the academy. You get exactly the same football, education, character. Their dormitory will be able to see out the front. That's the building that's being constructed out the front.
Oh, we saw that. Multi-story?
Yeah, that's the girls' dormitory, as far as possible away from the boys. Obvious
good
reasons.
Thought, yeah. Are you sure you want to take that?
I know. going to be a bit of a headache. And then the third area is parasport. So you've just been talking with Raphael and Alan earlier. It's got to be a step-by-step process. You can't just go out there and recruit young disabled athletes in the way that you can with boys and girls football to an extent. So what we thought was initially we'd take the very best senior athletes in the run-up to London 2012 and support them and get them to London 2012, so they had a platform to start pushing this message about the importance of developing disability sport in Ghana, where, you know, frankly, the views of some people are pretty medieval as far as disabled people are. So there's a huge mindset challenge to get over, and also to attract funders to the possibility that there's potential in Africa that's worth investing in. So that's what Raphael and the guys did brilliantly up to London 2012. So now the next step is to bring that funding in and start a youth parasports program, which we hope at some point this year will get underway. We're creating the Talent ID program at the moment with some guys from overseas. We're just in the process of recruiting a head coach, so we can start going out there and trying to find these 15-year-olds, it will be, to come in and, again, parasport, education, character. So that, in a nutshell, is what we're about. So if I can just take you on a quick wander around.
Wonderful.
If you've got any questions, just all of this is, as I was saying, we've got about 50 acres. All of this out here is our land.
Wow.
Just beyond the mound, that's the river.
Oh, that's that close.
Yeah, so we've got about 400 metres of riverfront. Okay. You've got the girls' dormitory, as I mentioned, going up here.
You need a big wall between here and there, don't you?
Yeah.
The barbed wire fence.
Patrols, electronic tagging,
Right.
you know, the full works.
This is beautiful property.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you went back this far.
Yeah. So we're hopeful, you know, funding permitting, that we can really take the educational provision to the next level. That's really what we're focusing on quite a lot, is finding the funding for that, so we can, you know, build a science lab, build an arts centre, things like this, to really take the educational provision to the next level.
When they get a scholarship, does that provide their uniforms for practice and all that stuff?
Everything, yeah.
Their food and everything?
We've got various sponsorship deals. We've currently got a deal with Umbro, which is the kit you can see right now, but Nike are taking on the academy from June, and they're also going to provide the kit for the girls as well, so that's great. And so we'll go into the football department just to give you an idea of the lay of the land. This is the dormitory area here. You've got 3 dormitories. Each dormitory holds around 20 students, just very basic beds, nets and bathroom facilities. And then on either end and at the top you've got staff apartments. So you've got about 12 staff living on campus with the boys, help out with the pastoral side of things, which is run by Harry.
Teacher staff also, or are these just non-teaching staff that live here?
Both. Yeah, you've got football coaches, teachers, yeah, others, all mixed in.
Okay. And this dirt in the center, you're just going to plant something